As chairman of the House Commerce Committee, Representative Reagan understands the importance of having diverse, vital economies, and that arts and culture help support commerce and small business.
A lot of people, they hear the word arts and they say, oh, that's something that that it's frou-frou. It's something they do in Scottsdale. And Scottsdale happens to be my district. But arts isn't that. And I'm a big advocate for the ability of the arts to be an educational tool.
Her proudest accomplishment is helping to preserve funding for the arts through the Arts Endowment Fund.
And the hope was to build up enough of a fund for the arts community where they could live off the interest of that money, so to keep their endowment intact. Art is not just an extra. Art it's our culture, it's our community, and it's what we're going to leave behind too, to show people how we lived.
Jason Bagley oversees public affairs for Intel's second-largest global site, along with community, media, and government relations for Intel in Utah.
When you're involved in policy making, whatever that position or role might be, I think you have a responsibility to ensure that the people around you and those with whom you're interacting are able to understand what's going on.
He can often be found at the Capitol, lobbying with the Arizona State Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Arizona Tax Research Association, and Arizona Business and Education Coalition.
I've tried to conduct myself in a way that would reflect on the organization. I work with an incredible team of professionals. I think I've been very blessed to have been surrounded by some awfully good people who have had a big impact on me. And I just try to be a good person.
Project Citizen encourages participation in student government at the middle and secondary school levels. Youngsters learn how to monitor and influence public policy.
The students look to find a problem in their community that has affected them personally or within their school or in their community. And then they work with their fellow students to develop ideas for ways to solve that problem, much like legislators do on the national or local or state level. And so the kids kind of work through that entire process.
Funded by the Center for Civic Education and the Supreme Court, students visit the Capitol, interact with legislators, and put together a portfolio of their work. If the work wins at the local level, it goes on to compete at the National Conference of State Legislatures. Arizona has consistently ranked as superior in the competition.
I mean, there's nothing cuter than seeing these kids act like they're in a congressional hearing, you know, and just really present their ideas. So that's, to me, is really what it's all about. It's why we all do what we do.
Patrick Cunningham is the longest-serving Deputy Director for the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality.
In just the regular times without budget cuts, DEQ is a tough agency to administer because we enforce the law every day. And we're enforcing some standards to protect public health and the environment that are sometimes difficult to understand, and they're expensive. We need to be able to protect public health and at the same time be flexible. You need a sense of humor to do that. I think working in boards and commissions or for nonprofits, in addition to your regular job, brings perspective. First of all, it gives you a breath of fresh air to be away from the office working on a problem that is not your everyday task. But it also brings you into contact with people who are really talented.
Call Frank Fairbanks an advocate for government efficiency and effectiveness. For 37 years, he has worked for the City of Phoenix, the last 20 as city manager. Part of his job is working to create a balanced budget, and in these difficult economic times, it is challenging at best.
We listened very carefully. We made a lot of changes in our cuts to restore things that the community felt were very important. And we put together a package of cuts that, in our view, balanced the budget to make sure we weren't spending more than we were bringing in, but at the same time, we tried to preserve those services the community thought was most important. Part of the challenge of being a leader is connecting with people and helping them to see the big picture and helping them to see how we're all in this together, and by us all being involved in the solution, we're going to have a better community, a better world.
Come November, Frank will retire and start a new chapter in his life.